Alright guys, so this video is going to be kind of all over the place. Me and Donnie been chugging away at the rental car. Donnie got most of the plumbing done, the rear mount and all that stuff, and I just finished the engine harness for it. Still have a little bit of chassis wiring to do and some plumbing and stuff. And also we got some updates for the Street F30, because we got Polish Adam back in town. So bear with Joel as he's kind of going to be tagging around all over the place today and show you what we're working on.
Hello everyone.
Hello Polish Adam.
Hello. Last time I was trying to work on the F30 and basically we had a lot of strange issues with the transmission. I have a lot of more experience with this stuff, so I'm trying to make it work.
All right, so just reminding you guys, the 2JZ built for well over 1,000 horsepower in an F30 chassis, and Polish Adam is the expert with a whole bunch of BMW nonsense that don't understand a whole bunch of code. He has this little box that is an interface that lets him communicate directly with the network that the vehicle runs all its peripherals from.
Yes, exactly. It's connected to the flat rate right now. It's going to get connected to the CAN bus, and then hopefully we will get a nice communication, nice talk between the original CAN bus and the flex tray, so we can run the electric power steering of this car.
Yeah, because the goal with this car was to keep it pretty much stock.
Yes.
Stock, but with 2JZ. So push start works, fuel pumps get primed, everything works as if it's stock, but...
Yes, but we have much more power, and we have the aftermarket engine, aftermarket ECU, and all of the good stuff from the OEM functionality. So climate control works, you have the dashboard that works, you have the power steering that works, and so on and so forth.
As well as the 8 HP that originally came in the car, but this is the diesel version, so it can hold well over 1,000.
So, for what I know, all the 8 HPs that were mounted in F30 were 8 HP 45. We have 8 HP 70. It originally came from 5 Series diesel. We've managed to flash the Alpina firmware to the transmission, so now we can expect to have basically Alpina software in the transmission and run it with the aftermarket ECU.
So what that means is more aggressive shift points, stronger lockup and all that?
Alpina goodness. We have the option to flash XHP software to the transmission. So if we need to increase the pressure, if we need to change the shift points, we can always do that with the XHP.
Cool. So how long are you here for?
I'm aiming for 3 weeks.
Cool. So we're going to see Adam a lot more throughout these 3 weeks.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, so one reoccurring comment that I constantly see is like, who's responsible for the music and the edits? Well, that would be me.
Yeah.
Now, who's responsible for the music in the shop? That would be Chris. It's what gets the 2JZ BMWs built.
Yeah. If you're going to a performance shop and you don't hear drum and bass, just leave.
You can tell Joel edited the video just by the music.
So Donnie's been plugging away at this thing. It's been more of an Instagram feature showing a lot of the cool parts and components that we all love and
use, yo.
Yep, we also sell them on drifthq.com.
Everything at DriftHQ.
Like
This is
what?
like
what?
Duarte's
Show us some
little
things.
child that he's building right here.
Because when it comes to 2JZ BMWs, I think that's what we really do.
Duarte's got every piece we could need. So this was supposed to be all the leftovers.
Supposed to be. So we got
Plasma Man. We got Turbo Smart and R-Tech. We got all vibrant lines, fittings on the whole car. We got DW injectors in there. And then
Mishimoto radiator.
Mishimoto on the back.
Radium fuel surge tank. We got
all our Chase Bays goodies.
a variety pack in this one.
Chase Bays oil cooler, 6-to-1 brake booster. Oh, we got a spec tune alternator bracket on here. Got a little bit of everything going on in this.
So yeah, you can see montages on Instagram of the installation. Nothing too crazy, but all these parts are available on drifthq.com. And it's been proven that this is the winning formula for 2JZ with the BMW. It's what works, it's what doesn't really break down, it's what Chris loves to service.
Yeah.
Work on it.
Easy.
I don't have to work on it.
Easy to work on, for sure. And we're putting electric power steering in it now, so that's what I'm making a bracket for.
Yeah, throwing a wild card at this one with the electric power
Test
steering.
it out.
The reason why this one's getting electric power steering is because if you look over here, wait, let's see if we focus. The block broke. But
Yeah,
who
about
says
that.
you need a bracket?
We don't need that.
Well, that's
where we're
actually where
going.
the alternator mounts, but we moved to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would still whatever. Yeah, that.
Duarte's kids, I swear. Some people's kids. Some people's kids.
So this is Max's daily driver. Max is Duarte's son, so obviously Duarte is gonna let his son drive in some hoopty. Only the best. We got these Kansai wheels that are 19 inch. 19 inch for some reason just looks so good. So we have some leftover E36 Shitseri cars. I believe that one's Trevor's, that one's Harrison's. Drift HQ rentals. And here we have another Shitseri car, Sketchy. Mike's Del Sol, still collecting rust. Fun fact, Cricket has a whole E46 that he could be turning into a drift car, but I think he wants to do boat stuff instead. Leave a comment if you want to see Cricket drift, or if you want to see him on a boat. They both require fabrication. So a few of us live at the compound. This is my house. These are my cars. I just freshly painted this E36 with Rust-Oleum. It's a little dirty right now because Rust-Oleum takes about a month or two to dry to actually cure. And then from there, I'm going to wet sand it and clear coat it. But it came out really good. This is my first car I've ever painted. Got my daily driver E34 and a whole bunch of other junk and stuff, you know. Reporting here from the warehouse, we got Joey. Joey has been helping me out with the videos. He does social media and whatnot.
All the cool little trendy stuff. You know?
Hey, you gotta hold the microphone close to your mouth.
Is this good?
Yeah.
See, I'm a behind the camera guy, not in front of the camera.
So Joey has the camera now. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what happens when you click and buy your parts on Drift HQ. Our warehouse manager, what do you want to be? He manages something.
Fulfillment. That's the fancy word.
So our fulfillment manager, in charge of filling things.
I love it. Yeah, so once you guys place your order on the website, it's gonna go on a list that we then pretty much filter and then print the orders down. And then it's just a whole process where we go grab the items off the shelf, pack them, label them, and then they're straight to your door.
So when we first started Drift HQ, it was just a whole bunch of need for drift parts in one place. If you've been in the sport for a while, you knew exactly who to buy from, specific to your chassis. There was some angle kits here and there. Fast forward a couple years, we decided to curate, get exactly what you need on the shelves, readily available. Like I look over here, we have way too many Garrett boxes. On a drift car, you would see anywhere from G30, maybe to G40, maybe G45 if you're an FD. But anything else, I have no idea what's going on here. So that's why we have our dedicated sales staff that actually have the knowledge on how all these car parts work. You can reach out to them via email, call them. I believe we also have live messaging on our website. As much as I would love it to be only E36s in the world, there are other chassis that I don't even have any idea about. Most cars, yeah, typical things, but if you come over here tell me, oh, I need this for my Cressida with the 7M and some weird things. I don't know that, but somebody back there probably does. On the other side of the sales center, we have SimHQ. We have 3 setups here available for the guys to drive, test out, hands-on product testing, so that way we get familiar with the sim rig setups, because I personally was not so in tune with the whole sim world until we got these setups. Omar probably did not know how to drift either, but now he's pro, right, Omar?
I wouldn't say pro, but getting there.
I mean, Omar is looking really good on sim. Like, the amount of comfort that every single one of our guys who's been on the sim, probably like an hour, like they take the lunch break here, they've gotten tremendously better. Like I cannot believe how much better you get on a sim, and it's so fun. Like when you have like multiple setups next to each other, like I would highly recommend if you live in a house with like roommates and all that, you're gonna be fighting over one sim. So I'd highly recommend you get a couple sims, or you could take turns and be civil, but you know, that usually never happens. So we're working on getting everything that would be necessary to have a proper sim rig, the same way we did with Drift HQ. Drift HQ, we had every single part that could possibly make your car into a drift car, popular chassis, BMWs, S chassis and all that. We're starting off with SimMagic. We're one of the main dealers in America, stocking the shelves, having them all ready to go, ready to ship, purchase a sim rig, get on there and get online, play, practice, get really good at it. It's honestly insane how much fun. Like I wasn't a believer. The first week's gonna suck. Second week, you're gonna be like, all right, cool, I'm kind of getting it. Third week, you start having some fun. And then from then on, it's just building and building the whole skill. Like disconnecting your brain from having a physical car. But if you never drove a car, it's a lot easier, right? Right, am I wrong? I don't know. When you feel a car, it feels completely different. Like Ben over here, big sim driver over here. Like, I mean, he's really good on sim. Like I watch him and Mitch go back and forth on the sim, and it's insane. But Ben actually drives car. What did you do first? Drive?
So I actually drove a sim first. I got a sim when I was 10 years old, and I was ripping on that, and that's how I eventually picked up a car when I was 18 and started driving real quick.
All right, the first time I ever heard about Ben, he actually won one of the OKC things. Did you?
Yeah, I got second place.
That's second place.
I lost to Adam.
He lost to Adam.
But I beat Lewis.
What car were you driving?
I was driving a really bad 350Z on pink wheels.
Goes to show that if you start in a sim, you can actually develop real world skills. But if you start in a car, you have to pretty much turn off your brain and just make it work. And it's a little weird, but I promise you, if you spend the time and actually give it a chance, it's really fun. All right, I'm not too sure if I can show you guys this, but this is actually Joey's R32. It has a Pandem wide body. It's been painted. This might be one of the next projects in Drift HQ, where we showcase an R chassis, not an S chassis. I think we only had the R32. No, we had the R34 for the giveaway, but now we have this R32 that's gonna get some pretty sweet parts. And we're finally gonna show something that's not a BMW with the 2JZ. So I hope you guys are excited for that. Oh, and this is Ben's current car. I think it's for sale. So if anybody wants a Z3 that we put together a while ago and sold to Ben, and it drifts very great. Like, I mean, I've seen Ben and Duarte during the LZ Invitational in OSW go neck and neck.
Duarte letting out for proximity as they come down towards the oleander zone, and of course, very smooth from both Drift HQ guys.
What are you making a bracket for?
I'm making a bracket for the power steering pump.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah, I got a piece welded on there, and now I need a piece for the frame rail that the pump can just bolt to. 2 bolts, put it there.
What kind of pump are you using?
It's a 2012 Dodge Durango pump. And then we got special wiring set up for it that allows us to control it, crank up how much pressure and everything. It's gonna be real cool. We can put it in the car, have a turn dial, everything like that, run off can. So
I have not heard about a Durango pump yet.
No, that's what they run in James Dean's RTR car, you know?
Oh.
Yeah. Dodge Durango pump. Cool part about it, I mount sideways. So this is actually how you have to mount it. Plugs on the top, and then you got your return, or your reservoir, and then your return. And then your feed run out of here. We got a fancy little port that we got from these guys over here. Oh, we got a boot cam. So this is all the hang tight stuff that we got. Full pre-made harness, everything. There's our controller for in the car. Pre-made harness, all loomed up, ready to be put in. You just have to run your positive and your negative to it, and then we'll be good. But this here is our fitting that we'll need.
No way. So it includes almost everything. That's
everything you need to control the power steering system.
That's a very interesting thing. I've only heard about the Volvo, the Mini, and the Opel. Now we got Dodge Durango.
Now we got Dodge Durango pumps, and from what I'm told, they can put out like stupid high power steering pressure. So like you could blow the racks instantly, so they're told to start at as low setting as possible. And then put it up from there. We can make it so we can turn the car with one finger probably if we want. So we'll definitely be playing around with it and seeing what pressures feel the best for drifting and how well this pump works.
Dude, what are you doing?
So I got myself in the white Duarte's F30.
Well, Max's.
Max, yeah. And I'm looking at the not Can-Dam, FlexRay from the original car to see what's the difference between what I'm doing and what is happening here.
So you're comparing a stock car onto
Yes.
your software pretty much?
Yes. I have a DME from BMW in my home back in Poland. I managed to run this DME with the FlexRay with my module, but of course technical difficulties always strike, so I came here, I connected everything back into the car, and FlexRay doesn't want to synchronize. So because the network is much more complicated than the CAN bus, I basically have to reverse engineer and figure out what to do to make the flex ray work on F30 to emulate the DME.
Cool. Well, good luck.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Also, I haven't seen anything like that on the market, so that will be the first one.
Or you might just get a cease and desist from BMW. Who knows?
I don't think so. They cannot prohibit me from doing flex ray stuff. It's just that I'm trying to emulate the DME, which you cannot put on the road technically, but if you want to do so,
it's Florida. We don't really have laws here.
You do have laws, but as far as I know, you can reverse engineer everything that you have access to. And because I have access to the car, I can reverse engineer the flex ray from the car.
Brother, you sound like a mad scientist at this point.
I don't know, maybe.
I'm gonna have everyone hyped when I pull Django.
Since we're in the middle of nowhere, we have this one place, the Alibi. It used to be a bar, now they actually have food during the day.
Their food's really good, actually.
And it's really cheap. Yeah. So that means we can afford race car parts.
Yep.
That's right, it's all in the budget.
And then this is where they have the FD after party. Polish Adam just asked what game this was. I don't think he ever had a childhood. I don't think he ever lost power when he was a kid either.
Django puts it together to just really fuck us.
Oh, Donnie!
Donnie, you got like 5 turns in. This guy's already shit.
It's going down.
No fucking way.
Yes, he got it. He got the bottom.
Beyond less than 10 degrees. It's not a medical condition.
Yes.
Right.
So let's see if Adam's fancy diff controller is actually good. So right now, diff controller on, right?
Yes.
So it should just be like a regular car. Yeah, it feels like a regular drift car. Now let's see, turn it back into mom and pop car.
Yeah.
One time?
One press.
Oh wow, it immediately let go. And then, you know, now you can just do unlimited U-turns. Wow.
Very tight U-turns.
That is beautiful.
Okay, so I want to share an update of the diff controller. Last time we had an issue with the device because we had to cut the wires inside the car on C-pillar on fuel pump to connect to splice in the CAN bus. So what I figured out is I found the connector that fits the terminals that are used on the fuel pump plug, and now what we can do is we can pin the original terminals from the loom to the small plug, and then use plug and play loom and basically splice in everything without cutting the wires and having everything reversible, so you can simply pull a couple of wires and have the car back to stock without any permanent changes to the wiring. This is the plug and play loom that I did for the F80. I also found out the exact plugs that connect to the, for example, Supra diff. They are a bit different. So you have this is 18 pin. You have 12 pin for the diff connector, and this is 6 pin for power. On Supra you have 9 pin. And when we want to go to drift, you can swap this for this one and go to town drifting.
One thing Adam forgot to mention is that last time when he was here, he actually freshly purchased a 3D printer and he designed his own cases. It's been looking pretty good now. This might not be the final one, but this is a good prototype, right, Adam?
Yes, this is the first prototype they have. Yeah, I will show it on my computer later. Diff controller enclosure that I have.
So you designed this?
Yeah, I designed part of it, but I also paid someone to put some sculpturing on the device so it looks nice.
Okay, so you got the general shape, they just made the fancy bits.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, I don't have head for that.
So now you are working under your own business, right?
Yes.
And what's it called?
It's called Apex Control Innovations.
And
so
that's where we'll see the diff controller from?
Yes. It's going to be available very soon. yeah, I have some hiccups with the hardware, but I want to make sure that what you guys get is simply the best I can possibly deliver. So that's my goal, and I want to deliver what I promise.
Good stuff. So we're ending the video here at SimHQ. We got Adam on our 3-monitor setup. I wanted to do this concept with you, Adam, to prove that sim driving actually works. You're here for 3 weeks.
Yes.
Week 1, you're gonna suck. Like, you have no idea what's going on. We set you up. Like, drive, do something.
Yeah.
Like, he's never been on a sim before. Okay? See? He doesn't know you gotta always clutch dump in a Assetto Corsa. This is Adam's first attempt at trying a sim. I'm gonna train him. He's actually staying with me at my house. And at least if you put in 2 hours a day, Adam, I can confidently say you'll be able to drift my E36 here at the compound.
I hope. Let's see.
Yeah, if not, I got a really broken E36. So that's how we end the video. Adam?
Like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to ask in the comments. We will take the comments and we'll see what we can do, what we can answer. And see you next time.
Wow, dude. Whole YouTuber. Well, whole YouTuber, but not a sim driver. Like,
No.
try to do a donut. Okay, not terrible. We'll check back in.